Maybe, maybe. If not, I would just cut it out. So how was this year for you guys?
Mm. It was quite incredible, really, to just to begin something again as a novice. And even though, if you just look at measurements, like the height of the box or the weight on the barbell, etc., to an outsider, it would look like very little happened over the year. But all of those small increments, I mean, I can feel it. I can absolutely feel it. I've refined my practice to every second day with the barbell. I think that works better for me. And that patient approach to lowering the height. Because I've got a little bit of a grumbly right knee from time to time, so I have to be careful. I learned that I have to be careful. But it's really about, that patient practice. And it's
Yeah,
just astonishing to me that I can do it.
yeah, it's hard to be have patience, right?
Mm,
Patience is it's a gift, like delayed gratification is a gift.
mm,
One day somebody asked me, uh, what is the most important gift you would pass on? I said delayed gratification, as it is something that helps us to see, to view the future and wait for the awards.
mm,
So delayed gratification already has the patience inside and is set up for improvement in the future, but not pushing it.
mm.
Just wait and wait and wait. And it's going to happen. That's an amazing thing is that uh, in a year you feel a little bit better, right? Then
I
the
feel a
next
lot better,
year,
actually.
and a little bit better again, and the next year a little bit better. And then when you look from perspective, when I look from perspective of 5 years at Olympic weightlifting, I saw, holy moly, man, wow, where I was and where I am. I
Mm.
just crazy. I mean, crazy. But when you look at your improvement from perspective of 3 months, then you can be disappointed, frustrated. Then you are not, fast enough, and you're not yet on the tip of the Mount Everest, right? You have to wait 5 years or 8 years of practice and training and so on.
Mm.
So we have these expectations rooted in our brains. And usually these expectations is not really aligned with reality.
Mm.
That's why, Marcus Aurelius said that we suffer more in our imagination than in reality,
True.
right? Well,
Mm.
it is because we want things faster. Then actually it can be done. It is not faster that we can do faster, but it cannot be done faster. And we want fast. So we have this a problem with reality. And when that problem happens, then crash has to happen. And
Mm.
hopefully we don't lose the house in Las Vegas. Actually, Anila's father lost the house. So in playing poker in Poland. That's crazy, right? So he lost the house and they had to go into move from this beautiful place to a shack. That that was nuts. I don't know how they survive it, but actually we survive everything. Whatever bad happens to us, we survive it. So, of course, it's easy in life to make things bad happens to us than actually good things happens to us. Because those good things happen with the hard choices, and they happen with practice. They happen with patience, consistency, and building something that get better over time as the compound interest, and we slowly getting the feeling and the idea what it means to improve over time and how precious it is. Because improvement is something that doesn't happen to 99% of people.
Mm.
It's just only tiny percentage of people is able to wait for the rewards for 5, 10 years. Well, but it's a skill, so it can be taught. It's not like that's why the happy body is a skill of this improvement over time. Can be taught. And I decided to practice now every day, 9 a.m. with people. So I opened this idea. This is a new thing. So today was day 3. And I know we do now 8 a.m. we do our training. So then I do my happy body after at 9 a.m. with people, and it's good. One stretch after, awesome. I like it.
Mm. I've been spreading the word on that. I don't know if anybody has come from my side, but I've been telling people about it.
Yeah, it's people at least can practice because they always wanted to practice. I didn't get the
Mm.
idea how to actually set it up. I always was about teachings, but not really practice. And
Mm.
now I say, okay, we'll practice because I will do my happy body and you will do with me.
You're
So,
not giving instruction in that session.
yeah,
You're not
I'm talking, but it's
giving.
practice. It's not really something. Uh, uh, it's not instructional in a way, instructional,
Mm.
but it's practice. So
Mm.
it's like you spend 300 days there and you will get the idea. You will not get the idea after 1 or 2, 3 days. So you have to somehow pass this, 300 days. But we'll see how it happens. It's like it's interesting though that people come. Some people do the practice. Some people watch, still learn. It's okay, but
Mm.
it's something that they expose to me doing happy body every day. It's a style, and take about 30 minutes. I do my training practice and I talk about breathing and everything else, instructional, yes, a little bit that, and then uh, practice is there. The next comes in. So we'll see how that can stick or not to
Mm.
people. They actually want that kind of a practice, and they are able actually to uh, go through the first about a year. Once you go through the first year, then it's that can be integrated, and the habit can be formed. The habit is something that you crave it, you want it, and you want a good thing. Well, it's like I said many times that the wisdom is to fall in love with something that you don't like it, but it's good for you. So here it is. At the beginning of a practice, it's just the dream of the having the happy body, but then it becomes something else. It becomes practice, and practice is hard at the beginning. We don't know it. We have to learn. We have to integrate. It takes time. It takes about 250 days. And then once that pass, then something else happens. We start liking the feeling of doing it. You start liking the feeling of practicing it and craving it. So there is no way that you can miss the day now after integrating the whole happy body practice into the system. You want to do it. It's not anymore you wake up in the morning and you think about, oh, uh, go to exercise or not. Yeah, when you have a habit, you wake up and you go and practice. That's what I do. I do every day. So there is no in my brain that I wouldn't do it today. It's crazy. It's like brushing teeth. I brush teeth every day. So it's certain things we do every day, right? Our habits are there no matter what. We have habits. We just don't look at them as the habits because they are automatic.
Mm.
We don't exercise every day. That's our habit. We watch TV every day for 2 hours. That's our habit. Yeah, so there are habits in us. Yeah, definitely habits. And a lot of waste can be there in our habits, in our daily habits. All right, who is next? Thank you, Margaret. Patience. Who wants to take the stoa?
Well, I can first of all, Jersey, say thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you because it has been a journey and a blast working with you directly because not only improving my whole body, but my mind as well. And learning the philosophy and the wisdom behind the happy body is the greatest gift ever. Knowing you, knowing your thoughts, knowing the person, uh, it has been incredible for me. So this not just helped me with my physical body, with my improvement, but to make better decisions in my work and what I do in daily basis. So amazing. Thank you so much, and thank you
Well,
for the rest of the team.
you're welcome. Like philosophy of the happy body didn't come in one day. It came slowly and evolved, and I'm happy for it that it's there for me, like the happy body too. It's like I practice every day the happy body, and I feel my joints, I feel my body opening up every day, and it every day it's getting a little bit tight somewhere, and every day opens up. It's incredible. I cannot imagine my life without the happy body. And I can see that it will save me when I'm 100, and it will help me to ski when I'm 100, to do crazy things like on balancing boards. So I see it. It's uh, when I was in 30s and 40s, I was like thinking about 70. It's just like crazy old. But I am 71, and you know, I have this face, older face, but other than that, the body is not really different than it was. It's capable of crazy stuff. It's not capable of to go and compete with 20-year-olds Olympic weightlifters, but it's a lot of better that any 20-year-old would have without training. It's just I can still snatch my body weight. Can you imagine that? The power behind that? I can I can do anything, whatever I want, whether it's skating, skateboarding, skiing, jumping off the plane, whatever. Ask me. It's just easy for me to do those things
Mm.
because the body is built up, is capable. And at 71, and that is crazy. That is nuts. And I'm happy about that, of course. It's amazing what can be done with a body, really.
Mm.
It's I had this glimpse, of Charlie Henderson competing in 2002 in Melbourne and showing me what 80-year-old could do. I got it. I got the message. And I
Mm.
built up the happy body on that message. That was a big message that came from him. So, yeah, we need mentors. We need people that
Mm.
uh, we look at and they say, well, okay, I would like to be like that, right? To build up that toward that. I like that. But we have to see it. It's really hard to go somewhere and be the original that you break, the the borders of that nobody went to. It's really hard to do that. Building the happy body was like that. It just was really hard. It was really hard to build the happy body. It's because we were going somewhere we were not there and nobody was there. So it was a process. It was a continuous process over years first, to find out the the pursue where was the standards and where was the practice. What do we really want? And then when that was kind of found, what we were pursuing to create this, athletic lifestyle medicine, then we had to write it, find the philosophy of it. And that took another 10 years. So it's 10 years is, when you build something that has never been seen before, 10 years is very short period of time, very short. I usually about 30, 40, and then you can see something. And you can see the happy body is now almost 40 years in practice, in creation and innovation, constant innovation. Took about 40 years.
Mm.
I'll go next, Jersey. I would say, well, I signed up for the daily practice, so I'll be continuing. I might not be there every day, but I got the feeling that this was going to kind of come to an end at the end of this year, and we'll just take the next evolution and go from there. I appreciate your availability on that. Um, when I started this year, 12 months ago, I think I could barely squat down. I use these step plates, for aerobic workout. The step, I found that to be great. I was
Mhm.
at 11 plates plus the stepper, right? So that's probably 60 inches tall. And I'm 6'4". So my squat was very low. And
Yeah.
because of my herniated discs and my torn labrum in my right hip and the scar tissue there, that's about as far as I'd gotten over a 10-year period of time. When I started in January, I was doing body weight only. Then for a month, I got to do it with 5 pounds, then 10 pounds. And now, 12 months later, I'm at 8 plates or 9 plates. So I've dropped maybe 6 or 8 inches down in my squat now. So I'm about knee height with a 45-pound dumbbell. And so I'm starting to feel the healing happen. It's going very slowly, but basically, what I think this year has taught me is that you have to go at the pace your body can go. There's no faster to go. There is no accelerating it. And it may take me another year to drop 3 more plates and another year to drop 3 more plates after that. So now I'm at least 3 years away from, you know, doing a full squat ass to grass, as they say, right? But
Yeah.
that's okay because it's going to go as fast as it goes. And I think what this past year has taught me, Jersey, and the Happy Body has taught me is that the time horizon is what gives the motivation. And if you have a misaligned time horizon, instead of being delighted with the progress, you're frustrated because you're not aware of how far you should be. And you would be look at a baby and say, "I'm frustrated that's not 5 years old." Well, there's nothing you can do about it because it's only 6 months old. So when you give yourself the time horizon of saying, "Let's see where you are in 5 years," then we can determine how frustrated, with the progress you should be. Let's see where you are in 10 years. And then it becomes enjoyable instead of being frustrating. So I want to say thank you, and to Margaret and to Gregish and Braulio. I've been really enjoyed spending the year with you guys, and hopefully we'll continue this in Jersey's next evolution with the daily happy body check-ins. I think what we're ultimately looking for, Jersey, is access to you to ask questions and continue the practice and continue um, the mentorship because it is totally unique. It is not yoga. It's not physical therapy. It's not anything like that. It's not. It's totally a unique philosophy that is done physically, and so I'm excited for the second year. I'm excited every time I go to the gym, which I'm doing every other day. I'm still not getting overhead yet because I'm just taking it one thing at a time. I'm just trying to get my squat a little stronger, but I'm by no means ready for the overhead snatch, press, and things like this. But I hopefully I'll get there one day. But it's been a good year, so thank you.
Thank you. Well, time horizon. I like the idea. I like this idea. And, to improve the body system, like you said, in a year, I will have 3 plates and 2 plates, and in 3 years, I will be, free, and I will be able to do those squats. That's amazing, actually, that you can actually achieve that in life. And what people really don't see, that actually it's amazing. Why they don't see it? Because they see 3 years. They don't see that actually that you will be squatting all the way down free and also perfect, that your back will be arched and your chest will be up and you will descend without leaning forward. And that is an extreme flexibility for the quadriceps, saving your knees and adapting your knees and hips and ankles to spine. It's just, even if you get there, what a gift you are giving to yourself. And it's only in 3 years, right? And then you have life also, for another 50 years, whatever it is, right? Then you have the life with the full squat. And if you don't do it, if you don't have these 3 years, you can never get there. And you have to have those 3 years also the right way. Yes, philosophy of micro progression and philosophy of appreciating micro progression is a certain belief, and it's if you believe in this, it has to be passed on you somehow, because that belief in us that will get there, it's something that is unique, something that is based on belief that you will get better. Where we can get that, right? That believing system. It's somehow we have to surpass the expectation that 3 years is not a lot of time, and I'm not going to do it. But 3 years is short period of time, and it will make me better. It will create that thing that what I want, and to pursuing this something that really doesn't matter what I said, but something that could make you better over time. It's a gift. It really doesn't matter whether it's education or exercise or eating better, but it takes time, and it's good that you are talking about a year and 2 and 3. Imagine that 3 years. Let's say when I coached cerebral palsy boy, it took me 5 years to. So he started with 3 pounds. He took 3 pounds off the bar, and he could bench the 3 pounds. Ended up after 5 years with 170 pounds. All right, that's and nobody would even believe that this boy could even press 30 pounds, right, in his life, or he would be actually getting stronger. His life was ended for everybody around. And he was 25 years old. His life was ended, gone, done. The parents were facing the challenge of the son that basically will have to go to a certain place to live after their death, right? Because they will not be there. And it's a scary thought for them. It was pretty scary. And so when I started working with him, he was 25. He was this way. He was, walking on toes and could sustain only energy for a minute or two, and couldn't go to a bathroom on his own, couldn't dress himself, and could only say time for eating, time for sleeping, would know what 2 plus 3 is, but would not know what 3 minus 2 is. And I coached mentored this boy for 5 years, and now he is in community college. He passed the elementary school, high school online, and then end up in the community college, 57 units. He is only missing 3 to go to San Jose State University. Okay. He's completely independent, dresses himself, goes to bathroom on his own. He takes Uber. He goes everywhere. He's independent. And parents, you cannot imagine how parents are happy. There is happiness in the family today. When we have dinner with them, they're all happy. They are family that they are independent individually, and the boy is not anymore the dependency. The boy has his own life, building his own life. He's capable of anything that anybody can do, he can do today. It took 5 years.
Jerzy is for the sorry for the interruption on this, but I want to ask, is cerebral palsy not commonly treated with weightlifting? Is that very unique and rare that they would say, just take somebody with cerebral palsy and say, you'll be bench pressing 170 pounds in a couple of years? Or is it the first time that that's ever happened? Or is it cerebral palsy usually treated with weightlifting, and that's commonly known that they can get stronger if they have cerebral palsy?
Medicine says that it's incurable. So that's it. We have cerebral palsy. And usually these people die earlier, deteriorate, because physically they deteriorate quicker than people. I thought that when the documentary comes out, that people will jump on the information, will reach to me, and then will create a method research and a method, what I had done. But I don't see it. So, it's up to the cerebral palsy community. Maybe the documentary is not really spread enough. Maybe they still don't know. But I would like to do the research, 5 years research at Stanford, let's say, with cerebral palsy people, and follow what that method is like the happy body 30 years ago. Was not written, was not seen. I coach, and eventually I wrote the happy body, and it's there. Well, with that method of coaching cerebral palsy is the same thing. The thing is that cerebral palsy is not an illness. It's not getting worse. It's that brain has patches that are not used. But peripheral nervous system can't be developed. And I really showed with, this boy what can be done. And that extreme, it's, what happened with the boys, it's magic.
I can't believe that people are not breaking your door down.
Yeah, I don't believe either.
have you help them with that? I just can't believe that. So
maybe they don't know even,
Yeah. If I could say, add in a little bit here too, I think there are many cohorts of the population that would benefit immensely.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm talking about older people as another cohort. I will be 70 myself this year. And, it's not that people become more fragile naturally. It's that muscle tone just declines through lack of training and through lack of, the medical profession would prefer to prescribe medications than to, there's a lot of money in medications and in pharmacology and all of that.
Well,
And
it's I don't think that they give even any medication to cerebral palsy people.
yeah, I'm talking about
It's not curable. It's done. It's over. Maybe they give them steroids or whatever it is.
But it's that fatalistic mentality that nothing can be done. This is it. Yeah.
But nothing is done to them. There's also comfort only done, but know that they can actually get better. Nothing is done about
and you have proven that that is not
better.
the case.
So I hope that this video will reach some people that they will be able to get interested in what I've done and help me to set up what I would like to do, that research. And
who is distributing it, Jersey?
Yeah.
Who is distributing it, and where is this being?
Yeah, I hope that before I'm gone, that method will be written. But who knows? Like people have to care to get better, and also believe and surpass their biases. Biases are strong, and also shame of people that they were doing certain things that didn't work. So shame is almost very strong in people, and a shame that they didn't know better, right? So because if you go to something, what I've done with the Jan, you have to admit that what you are doing, you are wasting your time for 20 years, and is it that possibility is there? But shame is powerful, and shame will stop a lot of people from actually reaching and doing something. That's the reality. It's hard, but that's the suffering, in that we suffer more in our imagination than in reality. Reality actually is great. Reality is possible. That we can actually have the mind of microprogression and the mind of achieving and delay gratification and building something and making things better. It's possible. And we have to focus on that and not focus on things that they are negative, then that it's not enough or it's too late. Negativity is hard. It's really hard. And negativity actually prevents us from this ownership, right? What Aaron was talking about, that ownership of progress, that 3 plates or 2, that ownership of vision, where we can end up in, 3 years. And 3 years is such a little time. I appeared with Anila on the TV show Bay by the Window, Window by the Bay, or something in San Francisco. And we are sitting, and then we're talking, and then host asked me about meditation. And I said, well, there is a 5 minutes meditation, and once it's integrated, after 2 months or 3 months, then it helps us when we hear the music. It helps us to calm down, and it helps us to with shifting the sympathetic nervous system to parasympathetic nervous system, and then we become calm. After 2 years, when we hear this piece of music, we lay down, it's like a flood of calmness on us. Like we just like right away, calm. It's like you would start, mantra that you do TM for 30 years as I do. Well, I close my eyes and I'm already in the deep meditation without mantra. After the show, she said, you don't speak the numbers like 2 years to people. You don't do that. You don't do that at all. It's illegal. You don't talk 2 years. You talk 2 weeks to 3 weeks. You don't talk 2 years. Okay, what the fuck is that? What's going on? What's going on? We cannot talk 2 years. How are we going to help if we don't think 2 years, we don't think 20 years? What are we doing if we are talking 2 weeks? What's the 2 weeks about? 3 weeks. What is it for? What is that 2 weeks for? I don't really get it. How I would talk about anything that I need 2 weeks or something? What? 2 years is very minimal time for creating anything that is good in life. 2 years is minimum. Actually, 3 is really probably said better, that 3 years is a minimum to actually, start feeling better, start really owning the progress, the process. 2 weeks? Who's talking 2 weeks? What kind of language is that? What kind of language is that? It's sad that, we talk 2 weeks. It's sad. It's really sad because people, general public, cannot think 2 years. And that is very sad that people cannot think 10 years or 20 years. Well, that's why, people cannot really retire with enough money. They cannot retire with the happy body because they think 2 weeks and another 2 weeks and another 2 weeks, and they waste 2 weeks and after 2 weeks, and they waste 100,000 weeks, and they don't see it. It's coming. It's like I don't know. It's like the drive behind 2 weeks. What is that? The drive? What is the purpose of it? Then actually, entertain people and take the money and ran away. It's really sad that it's really powerful, and that 2 years is not powerful. It's sad, but I hope that we'll build something like, Braulio said, that philosophy of 2 years or 5 years or 10 years. We need philosophy. We need people that talk 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. We don't want people that talk 2 weeks. And we don't want to be the people that are attracted to 2 weeks. What a sad story with us. It's a sad story of all of us, that we could be attracted to 2 weeks, to something that is 2 weeks.
So, what is next for us, would you say?
What is it?
What happens next? It's their last session.
We have Gregor still.
Okay. So what to say after so many incredible stories? Uh, uh, in my story in 2025, I have performed 3,630 snatch repetitions and lower the box about 10 centimeters. So, yeah, and what I'm hearing from people that I'm walking too fast, and I need to slow down when I walk with someone. So this is the good sign, and I I heal I heal two, let's say, two injuries. The shoulder, the shoulder, yeah, and the knee. So I'm in progress in this, and I see that um, every I see that every day the practice requires from me adaptation according to the circumstances, like how body responds, how I feel. So sometimes I need to lower the weight, make longer breaks between the repetitions, uh, maybe make box higher, or change the, let's say, how I grab the bar, maybe not so wide, shorter, and this makes this process very dynamic, and I need to focus on every, let's say, on every repetition. So I'm not able to hear, let's say, any podcast or something like this. I need a focus on each on each practice, and mm, what can I say more? Mm, yeah, and this being so present is a really awesome experience, and very so. I thought, let's say, 10 years ago, that weightlifting is for stupid people. you know yeah, so because what they need to be strong and lift the heavy weights, right? And now and now
Well,
now now I see that there is a lot of things going on, and I need to pay a lot of attention to my body, how the body responds, and every day is different. So yeah, and in this year I applied the the approach. Then when I feel that, okay, today it looks like I will not practice. I stopped only several days when I was not healthy, but in other days I just lower the weight, and I did the practice. So after the practice I feel better, and what I experienced in this year also, it was that when I was, let's say, exhausted after my work day, when I work using my fingers and head on working on a, let's say, computer, I feel tired. But when I start to exercise, I feel energized, and yeah. So this is and this is huge thing for me, that you say that you are tired, but you don't think, and you don't think anything using your body. You just use your head. So and when you use the body, you feel energized and like and energized. So it was good to experience this. And yeah, and I have the question because recently I observed that sometimes I feel short of breath after exercising or during the exercising. So, and do you have any suggestions what to do with this?
It's always the short of breath is the challenge of the cardiovascular system that is dealing with recovery. So, of course, we can get short of breath after 10 seconds of running sprint, right? And a sprinter usually after 10 seconds cannot run anymore. Is out of breath. So, and after 10 seconds. So it means that your body, the recovery body system, is really challenged, and it's good. When you are short of breath, it means that the body is working, and all the organs like heart and lungs and everything in your body system is adapting to that level of resistance and the speed. So let's say if you lift more, your heart pumps more, faster. If you do faster with the lightweight faster, the heart will go too higher. So you need to adapt the rest. Let's say when we do let's say snatches, we do snatch every minute. Let's say you do snatch every minute with 50 pounds, and you're not short of breath, or you are short of breath. And then you put 2 minutes rest, and you are not short of breath. But let's say if you do 1 minute, you're not short of breath, but you put more weight, and you are short of breath now. So it's a constant resistance. More resistance creates the challenge of recovery, and then challenge of recovery is opportunity for the body to get better. That's where all organs are getting better, because it's a factory inside to restore you to another life. So the heart, the lungs, the kidneys, the liver, everything is working. That's your recovery. And that's what the cardiovascular in weightlifting is. What the cardiologists do not understand at all. They think that weightlifting is not cardiovascular. Crazy, right? Well, go and do the snatches with, 100 pounds or 200 pounds every minute for 20 times, 20 minutes. You will see the action is only 3-4 seconds, but the heart will pound like crazy. And, I have some clients that they have watched, and they watch the heartbeat. And if the time is not enough for recovery, heartbeat can be 150 and keep going, will not recover. So we have to give another minute rest. The anaerobic training is extremely cardiovascular. The heartbeat of these athletes can go to 240 beats. A sprinter can get a 240 beats after 10 seconds. where marathon runners will never get there, will be steady 150. And that's the variability of the heart is more important than steady. When the research found out, recently that the heart has to go that way, and that is when it goes that way, it can develop ways of dealing with the world that way too, because the world is that way. It's not that way. So any anaerobic training actually is essential to our way of life, because our way of life is anaerobic as well. It's not aerobic. It's anaerobic. We just do things, don't do the things. We do the things like gardening. We are not doing all the time. We pick up something, then we think about, pick up something else, put something else, right? So that is, if you are experiencing that, you have the solution. You either take more rest or lower the weight. If it's challenged too much, if this challenge is comfortable, you're out of breath, and that adapts, that's good, because you are really improving the whole organs inside your cardiovascular system that recovers you.
Jersey, the right metric for the happy body is the VO2 max.
What is it?
The VO2 max, this metric that
The same thing.
is
the same thing.
Is the right metric for the happy body?
Yeah, the same thing is if you get faster. Let's say if you do three rounds and in 30 minutes, and you will put certain weight, you will be out of breath. You will not be able to continue. But that's the same thing as cardiovascular or running marathon. It's not different. Or 10K. It just depends how much you lift and how fast you go. But you can create the same out of breath, the same way as a 5K or 10K runner. When they have to slow down because the cardiovascular is not enough, when we start really doing the happy body, fast enough and with weight, we are the same way. We get out of breath and we cannot continue. Well, it's not different than the 5K runner has to slow down. And those that really have better cardiovascular system actually run through and win the race. See it?
Yeah, so weightlifting is more anaerobic rather than aerobic, right?
Yeah, only in aerobic is when you do and rest. That your heart beats really high and then goes down. When you do aerobic, you continue doing it. It's like you would be running. It's like you would be trying to do the happy body very fast and no rest at all. You see it? Even though we rest because we hold the breath, even though we go fast, we still hold. We have this element of holding. But the resistance and the speed is all what you need to really find out whether you're challenging the recovery system too fast or not. When you do something like 2 seconds and 5 seconds, like a snatch, and wait for 40 seconds, 50 seconds to another snatch, that's a clear anaerobic. But your cardiovascular and VO2, it moves up too, because the recovery system is working. It just depends how much resistance you are overcoming with what time. Like some people cannot do 40 sets of one only every minute with certain weight. I cannot do certain weight because if I go to certain weight, I'm not recovering. I'm out of breath.
So this out of breath is normal when
yes,
you put
yes, it's quite normal. Yes, but also
okay.
It also can adjust too, because it's also training out of breath. Let's say you do snatch with 100 pounds every minute, 40 rounds, and you're out of breath. But you're not too much out of breath, okay? And it's okay, you're comfortable. But after half a year, with the same weight, with the same rest, you are not out of breath at all.
Okay.
What it means now that your cardiovascular improve, your VO2, everything improve. So now you're ready. You're ready to go to, more weight or shorter time if you want. And that will create you out of breath.
That's good, because I have the signals that, as I said, that people saying me that I'm walking too fast for them.
Oh, I see.
Another signal, I was yesterday with kids play on the snow, and the kids ask about the break, and I just say that okay, one more and then break. So, and it was the signal, another signal for me, and from one side and from another side, I feel more often that during the training I'm out of breath. So I start thinking, okay, is anything wrong with my heart, or what's going on?
I see it. Okay, let me stop the. All right, guys. So let me stop all the recording, and I want to talk to you about something else.